Cybersecurity professionals continually defend computer systems against different types of cyber threats. Cyber attacks hit businesses and private systems every day, and the variety of attacks has increased quickly. According to former Cisco CEO John Chambers, there are two types of companies, those that have been hacked and those who don't yet know they have been hacked. The motives for cyber attacks are many. One is money. Cyber attackers may take a system offline and demand payment to restore its functionality. Ransomware, an attack that requires payment to restore services, is now more sophisticated than ever. Corporations are vulnerable to cyber attacks, but individuals are targets too, often because they store personal information on their mobile phones and use insecure public networks. What is a cybersecurity threat? A cybersecurity threat refers to any possible malicious attack that seeks to unlawfully access data, disrupt digital operations, or damage information. Cyber threats can originate from various actors, including corporate spies, hacktivists, terrorist groups, hostile nation-states, criminal organizations, lone hackers, and disgruntled employees. In recent years, numerous high-profile cyber attacks have resulted in sensitive data being exposed. For example, the 2017 Equifax breach compromised the personal data of roughly 143 million consumers, including birth dates, addresses, and social security numbers. In 2018, Marriott International disclosed that hackers accessed its servers and stole the data of roughly 500 million customers. In both instances, the cybersecurity threat was enabled by the organization's failure to implement, test and retest technical safeguards, such as encryption, authentication, and firewalls. Cyber attackers can use an individual's or a company's sensitive data to steal information or gain access to their financial accounts, among other potentially damaging actions, which is why cybersecurity professionals are essential for keeping private data protected. 7 types of cybersecurity threats. Cybersecurity professionals should have an in-depth understanding of the following types of cybersecurity threats. NMBER 1. Malware. Malware is malicious software such as spyware, ransomware, viruses, and worms. Malware is activated when a user clicks on a malicious link or attachment, which leads to installing dangerous software. Cisco reports that malware, once activated, can block access to key network components, install additional harmful software, covertly obtain information by transmitting data from the hard drive, disrupt individual parts, making the system inoperable. NMBER 2. Emotet. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency describes Emotet as an advanced, modular banking Trojan that primarily functions as a downloader or dropper of other banking Trojans. Emotet continues to be among the most costly and destructive malware. NMBER 3. Denial of service. A denial of service is a type of cyber attack that floods a computer or network so it can't respond to requests. A distributed DOS does the same thing, but the attack originates from a computer network. Cyber attackers often use a flood attack to disrupt the handshake process and carry out a DOS. Several other techniques may be used, and some cyber attackers use the time that a network is disabled to launch other attacks. A botnet is a type of DDoS in which millions of systems can be infected with malware and controlled by a hacker, according to Jeff Melnick of Netrix, an information technology security software company. Botnets, sometimes called zombie systems, target and overwhelm a target's processing capabilities. Botnets are in different geographic locations and hard to trace. NMBER 4. Man-in-the-middle. A man-in-the-middle attack occurs when hackers insert themselves into a two-party transaction. After interrupting the traffic, they can filter and steal data, according to Cisco. MITM attacks often occur when a visitor uses an unsecured public Wi-Fi network. Attackers insert themselves between the visitor and the network, and then use malware to install software and use data maliciously. NMBER 5. Phishing. Phishing attacks use fake communication, such as an email, to trick the receiver into opening it and carrying out the instructions inside, such as providing a credit card number. The goal is to steal sensitive data like credit card and login information, or to install malware on the victim's machine, Cisco reports. NMBER 6. SQL injection. A structured query language injection is a type of cyber attack that results from inserting malicious code into a server that uses SQL. When infected, the server releases information. Submitting the malicious code can be as simple as entering it into a vulnerable website search box. 7. Password attacks. With the right password, a cyber attacker has access to a wealth of information. Social engineering is a type of password attack that data insider defines as the strategy cyber attackers use that relies heavily on human interaction and often involves tricking people into breaking standard security practices. Other types of password attacks include accessing a password database or outright guessing.